It's been a heck of a game so far. We're in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, an 0-2 count rest on Detroit. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off, chased a wide one, 1-2 is the count. Detroit's game-winning run sits on third after pulling off a play for the history books, a risky double steal. Nobody's been able to swipe a bag from this defensive powerhouse all season, but Detroit has cracked their code. The runner on third is taking a generous lead off the bag. The pitcher throws over. It's bobbled! Runner's making a break for home. It's gonna be close. He's...
Good evening.
Francis?
Am I, interrupting something, Jensen?
How'd you know where to find me?
I know you like to think you're off the grid these days, but I am the one who programmed your Infolink's GPL tracker.
Back when I used to work for Sarif. We don't work for Sarif anymore, Francis.
Be that as it may.
I distinctly remember telling you never to ping my location again.
Except in an emergency. That's how I remember you saying it. A year ago, when the rest of the world thought you were dead and I helped you get out of Alaska, in fact, I seem to recall you adding, and I quote here, "I really owe you one, Pritchard."
I don't recall saying it quite like that.
Well, it just so happens there's something in Prague that I need your help with. Tonight.
Kinda busy.
Investigating TF-29, I know. But if you help me with this, we're even. I promise.
Fine. What do you need?
I've been hired to vet a company. A freelance job. Someone in Prague was helping me, but, he's gone radio silent.
You mean he stopped taking your calls?
I tracked the GPL signal on his phone to a bar named Zatopek. Now, I don't know if he's alive or dead. He could have been robbed or decided to get drunk. The only thing I know for sure is that he is jeopardizing my assignment.
Why do I get the feeling you're doing more than just vetting a company?
He goes by the name Slaw. I need you to find out what happened to him.
Send me the address of the bar.
Sure, but... Jensen, as I tried to tell you before you cut me off, you need to be careful. Zatopek Bar is in a pocket of Prague that doesn't take kindly to augmented people. An alley off Klimova Street. They're known to get violent there.
Are you warning me because you're concerned for my well-being, or because you need me for this job?
Just watch yourself, Jensen.
Stop right there, Hanser! I need to see your papers.
This doesn't look like a checkpoint, and you don't exactly look like a police officer.
And you do not look like someone who is going to pull out a guitar to sing songs about peace and love. Papers, now!
Look, civilian, I'm on official Interpol business, and I need to speak to someone in the bar, Zatopek.
And I want to live in a world where all Hansers are dead. Looks like we are both going to have to wait for what we want. Now fuck off. This is an OG-free zone, and we will shoot any OG who enters, even the ones who claim to be working for Interpol. Tell your boss to send someone who is not a Hanser. I said get lost, Krabber.
about some serious shit. So let's keep going. Now that Sarif Industries has gone bankrupt and been summarily taken over by Taiyang Medical, we've really gone to loon territory. Not that we can control... what these corps do, but we're currently just standing by and letting the most evil biotech company in the world become a monopoly that's in control of the most dangerous weapons on the planet. I warned you years ago about production equaling destruction. That the factory line T-model-esque production levels of this uncontrolled technology would lead to worldwide destruction thanks to Sarah. I warned you that the lack of supervision of the drug pushers...
Anomaly
mass
detected.
hysteria and murder.
Trace program
Then,
initiated.
years ago, look what we ended up with. Exactly what I said. Murder! Murder that we are still paying for, both emotionally and practically today. Now
Access
that
granted.
and Neuropadope dealers are basically one and the same. Add the new world power that is organized.
Myself, rid the world of odds with one piece of shit at a time. I would love to see that. See it plastered all over Pike's News for everyone to see. What are you talking about? Sammy's Death is the only place for real news. You listen to that mainstream bullshit? I do. They know what they are talking about. That Lazarus guy sounds like he's making shit up. Pike is part of everything going on. They are trying to control you and influence public opinion. You are starting to sound like one of those crazy conspiracy nuts. How are we even friends? I had no idea that you completely believe Eliza Kazan's twisted lies. It's the news. You are paranoid. The world is not one big conspiracy, no. Exactly. It is hundreds of them.
Planned expansion of Moonbase Omega has once again been placed on hold. Several financial backers
Hey!
were forced to
I am
pause
watching
the
that.
deal due to their involvement in an ongoing securities fraud investigation.
Oh, you are in wrong bar, Og.
I'm looking for someone named Slaw.
This be me. But I no do business with robots.
I'm here on behalf of someone you know from Detroit.
Kurva, he sent the robot. I told him I no do job. He no listen. Here, take this and go. It worthless now. It the flight missing and no can be reprogrammed. It open nothing now.
Wait a minute, back up. What are you talking about? What is this?
That is Palisade Passport. It be combination employee card and VPN key. It let your boss make remote connection to protected servers inside Palisade Blade.
He needed a virtual private network key for a vetting job.
Vetting? I don't know what this mean. The job be more like heist of most secure corporate archiving bank in world. He bade me to go inside server room and make connections so he can look at files using Passport.
Yeah, I see. And how were you supposed to get inside the bank?
I worked there. With clean Passport, I go places inside. But if I go to wrong place, all the robots and guards come kill me. I no wanted to be die like Simona Saridakis.
Who?
She be first engineer killed inside. The Blade make update to defense system and... Wait. He getted you to do job for him? Ha! If you are human, I try stop you. Blade is death trap and I care for human life. But, because you a dirty robot, I say go. Do it. Kill yourself. At the end of day, no one will care.
Listen, bud. If you don't change your attitude, your next words will be your last.
Kurva! Okay, relax. If you have questions, ask them. If no, get lost. I have to go back to work soon.
I take it my boss was paying you a lot of money for this job. What made you back out at the last minute?
Defense system was updated and co-worker, Mr. Kinney, was almost killed. They said security robot malfunctioned, but I no believe them. I think he got too close to servers.
So you got scared?
It'd be too much risky for me to use passport now. They know it gone, and if I use it, I don't want to lose job, go to prison, or die for asshole in Detroit. I no scared, I smart.
You said someone died in there. What happened?
What do you think happened? Building has secrets for people who run world. They kill people to make sure secrets stay secrets. Saridaki's go into place she not allowed. Updated defenses kill her.
Where did she try to go?
Who knows? Corporate servers are in separate chambers. Each one is protected by lasers, sensors, turrets, and what is the word? Sentries, yes, drones, sentries, and more.
You said this passport is flagged. Can it be unflagged?
You know what? I think if we look up this thing's ancestors, it'd be your half-cousin. Like you're from same family, understand? Robert, please. Even you find it funny, no?
I don't find anything about you or this neighborhood funny.
Okay, I stop now. Speak truth. No, it no can be unflagged. Encryption on passport was made by the Blade's CTO, Mr. Oshiro. He is genius. He's only person in world who can reprogram it.
You're not trying to set me up, are you? You gave up the passport pretty fast.
Relax. An open GPL signal is too vulnerable, and Palisade never no take that chance. Passport is only dangerous if you use it at the Blade now. Security be rained down like Zeus taking massive shit off Mount Olympics. Understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Good. Then goodbye. I have to get back to work soon.
Pritchard, I found Slaw. He backed out of your little bank heist.
Heist? Jensen, you understand he's being dramatic, right? Nothing's being stolen. Did he give you anything?
Yeah, something called a passport. I'll drop it in the mail for you.
Don't, Jensen! Look, there's a Converse cafe being built in your area, near the shoreline. Get inside, activate their holographic system, and I'll explain everything.
It is a little early, no?
It was a quiet night. Come.
If Prague really is dead, we should throw a party.
It is too late for that. They let Russell live too long.
That учительница працює в Прагі.
That was fast. What'd you do? Chuck a grenade and never look back?
Let's cut the small talk, Pritchard. What exactly have you gotten yourself into?
It's not as bad as you think. My client, that freelance job that I told you about.
Go on.
You've heard of the Santo Group, haven't you? The European mega corporation that built
The Utilec complex, Prague's Og ghetto. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Then you probably know they're building another complex for Augs at Oman. Only this one's a city, and it's being hailed as a desert paradise.
I'm up on current events, Francis.
Well, my client is considering a partnership with Santo, but before going all in, he wants to know two things. Is Rabia feasible? And is the mysterious group that you're trying to stop also involved with the plan?
When the Illuminati?
Thought that might grab your attention. To know for sure, though, I need to get a look at some digital files stored inside the Palisade Blade. On servers leased to Santo. Slaw and his passport were going to help me do it, until he chickened out. So you see, Jensen, I really don't intend to steal anything. At least not on my own.
It's good, because your inside man told me the passport's useless. It's been flagged as missing and can't be reprogrammed. But I'll mail it to you anyway.
Hold on a minute. Slaw's knowledge of the hacking world is limited. There's maybe 50 people out there who can reprogram it. I'm one of them, of course.
Of course.
But another one is much closer to you. A friend and fellow hacker who goes by the handle Shadow Child. She knows me as Nuclear Snake.
Why do I have the sneaking suspicion you're about to ask for another favor?
It wasn't easy getting you back to Detroit last year, or helping you with everything that came after. But did I complain?
Yes. Loudly, if I recall.
Be that as it may, I really think you're overlooking a prime opportunity here, Jensen.
Really?
Privacy laws in the Czech Republic say that all data stored in the Palisade servers is outside any country's jurisdiction. It's exactly the kind of place the people you're gunning for would use. Just ask Shadow Child when you bring her the passport.
I said I'd mail it to you, not play delivery boy.
Have you seen the cost of international shipping these days? Okay, look, I can tell you're still on the fence about this. Just bring Shadow Child the passport, and if you really don't want to go any further, I'll find somebody else. Please?
Hey, Nuclear Snake. Who exactly is this Shadow Child?
I don't know exactly. She's a legendary hacker who's been at it for as long as I have. Maybe longer. We've known each other for years through online chats.
Right. Do you trust her?
Do I trust anyone? She's helped me out with a few technical glitches in the past. Her code is solid, and very few hackers in the world know as much as she does about the Blade's inner workings.
Alright, fine. Give me her address.
Apartment 3A at 33 Klimova. It's just minutes away from your current location. You won't regret this.
I already do.
I'll let her know you're coming. But seriously, think about this opportunity, Jensen. Getting in the Blade could result in a mother lode of information on the people you are really after.
We'll see.
The Blade is just filled with boring spreadsheets.
Zero and Talwar are the Grim Reapers. They are gold.
Enjoying the sights? Hand it over. You'd better hope all your paperwork is in order, Hanser. An unauthorized clank in the city could mean big trouble for
Got
you.
enough trouble as it is.
Is that right? 1 second. You must have some kind of super weapon under the hood.
What I have is a job to do, and no time to waste.
Do not let me keep you then. Get moving.
Another one. What the hell?
No. I know. My job is such. You have me on call all week, including the weekend.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Pritchard, I thought you told your friend I was coming.
I did.
Well, I'm in her apartment, but nobody seems to be home.
That doesn't make any sense. I can see she's online right now. She has to be there somewhere. Keep looking.
Cronies at Santo are waiting about this
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
while the crime syndicates lick their chops, waiting to achieve complete mastery over the drug trade. With groups like the Jinn and the Quali trafficking goods in that area, there's no guarantee.
I wouldn't move right now if I were you. Mr. Jensen.
Shadow Child?
Lucky for you, Nuclear Snake told me you were coming. Though clearly you're much more skilled than he led me to believe.
Clearly he left out a few details about you, too.
So, you need my help reprogramming something. Something that is supposed to be both time-sensitive and very exciting. Are you joking me?
I take it you know what this does.
You're making a run for the blade? Nuclear Snake must be working for someone with really deep pockets.
It's been flagged as missing. Can you reprogram the security codes?
Can I reprogram it? There are only 10 hackers in the world who can, and I'm 2 of them. This is going to take a few minutes. You can wait outside.
Well, I want to put this one to bed. No, I'm not.
Here you go. 1 healthy passport. You do realize this little thing is impossible to get a hold of outside of the Blades. I would love to know how you did it.
Our mutual friend paid someone who works there to steal it.
Really? Who? Was it Amer? Santella? Slaw? It was Slaw, wasn't it? Ah, that racist little alcoholic said he would do it for a big price. We can use this against him, you know.
We?
Come on. You and Nuclear Snake are making a run for the Blades. The most secure corporate archiving facilities in the world. Rippers like me have been trying to break through their lava walls for years, just to get a peek of what's on those servers. You got to let me help.
You seem pretty eager. And judging by those camera feeds I saw on your monitors, a bit fixated on the Blades. Why?
Because information is power, Mr. Jensen. Governments, megacorporations, and the ultra-rich know this better than anyone. Before the Blades were built, people could force them to be transparent. Get a court order, file injunctions, and when all else failed, hire rippers like me to hack a server and release their secrets anonymously on the internet.
Ripper? That's what we're calling hackers these days?
A very skilled, very specialized kind of hacker. Regardless, fear of getting found out kept many a would-be powermonger in check. Not anymore. Now, any company, politician, trillionaire or zillionaire with a vault in the Blade sleeps comfortably, knowing Masaki Oshiro is protecting them.
Tell me more about these specialized hackers of yours. What makes them different?
You've heard of the neural subnet, NSN machines?
I've had some experience with them.
Rippers use a black market version to enter a 3D representation of a server's subnet cloud. We look for digital data there, download it, and leave before the server's defenses stop you.
Kinda like a smash and grab robbery.
No, Mr. Jensen. That's what thugs do. This is data extraction. Real Rippers do it to expose the truth and keep the powers that be from exploiting the masses.
While making a little money on the side.
One must earn a living. It doesn't mean my heart isn't in the right place.
Masaki Oshiro. This isn't the first time I've heard that name tonight.
Of course it isn't. He's the Palisade Bank's CTO. He and his wife, Ashani Talwar, own the corporation. She runs it, and he designs and oversees all of its defenses, the bastard.
Apparently you don't like him very much.
I hate him.
Because he's good at what he does?
Because he's an arrogant little shit who's made himself look like a hero to the corporate world, while secretly hiring assassins to take out Rippers like me. A lot of people have died because of that man.
So you're a hacker with a cause. Got it.
I'm more than that. I saw the malware you hid on that passport.
What malware? I didn't hide anything.
The nuclear snake paid Slaw to do it for him. Either way, it's a fine piece of code. But it will only work if you actually get inside the server chamber and plug into it. I've studied the Blade. I know a lot about its defenses. I can help.
I don't doubt you can help, but just what did you have in mind?
For starters, I know someone who works in the Blade's lobby. Palisade doesn't know it, but they have a Ripper named Baba Yaga 50 working the night shift.
And you think he'd be willing to risk his job and jail time for something like this?
Our cause is bigger than that, Mr. Jensen. You're trying to screw over the company that all Rippers hate. Getting you in there is a chance he'll take, but after that, you'd be on your own. Palisade has a strict no-ogs policy.
I want to know more about this malware you found. What's it do?
Creates a temporary backdoor through the Blade's lava wall. Far as I can tell, it will embed itself on a server as soon as you plug the passport in. Rippers have been trying to punch their way through that lava wall for years. But all this time, we've been looking for weaknesses from outside the system. Nuclear Snake's trying a different approach.
You're sure he wrote it?
Like I said, it's a fine piece of code. I recognize his signature. But ask him yourself if you want to be sure.
I'll keep that in mind, should I decide to go any further with this. Right now, it's best you assume that I won't.
My lips are sealed. I know how dangerous this is, and I don't want to end up another one of Oshiro's tragic accidents.
Meaning?
Just do a little digging. You'll find out. Simona Saridakis, all the Rippers who died. The Palisade Bank will stop at nothing to protect its secrets. And until someone gets inside and uncovers the truth, they'll continue to get away with it.
I need to get going. Our mutual friend will be checking in any minute now.
Say hi to Nukes for me. And, in case you do go in, maybe you could put this on Leona Rosolova's desk. She's the head of engineering inside the Blade. Her office is on the 3rd floor.
A figurine. Why?
It's personal. She's someone I used to know, but don't anymore. That figurine means something to both of us. Giving it back means something else. Can you do it?
I'll take it, but I can't make any promises, since technically I'm not going in.
Uh-huh. And now you should be on your way. I reprogrammed the passport in half the time it would have taken our mutual friend to do it, but even so, he's not a patient guy. Be careful in there, Mr. Jensen. Some of those server chambers are equipped with next-gen heat sensors. They'll detect body heat even if your cloaking og is active.
Who says I have a cloaking og?
Who said you're going in? Call me if you get into trouble.
Pritchard, I found Shadow Child. She reprogrammed the passport.
And?
And I guess I'm doing this.
It won't be easy, you know. It's a big facility with tons of server chambers. If you're thinking about exploring every one of them, looking for clues...
You want my help or not? I'll reconnect when I'm inside the blade. Jensen out.
Hey, you! You don't look like you are from around here. You should know the truth about the Palisade Corporation.
And what truth is that?
The billionaires who own it killed my wife in there. Surely you have heard the name Simona Saridakis.
Several times, actually.
Good. The more you hear, the better. Because Palisade spent millions to bury the truth. There was no investigation of the crime scene. No real justice for my family. Simona worked there for years, and they called her a thief! Then they used her dead body to promote their security features!
I'm sorry you lost your wife, Mr. Saradakis. But you said there was no investigation after she died. Why not?
Privacy laws make it illegal for the police to go inside the computer rooms. That's where those billionaires said she was killed. So all the police could do was examine Simona's workstation and emails, look at Intellicam footage, and perform an autopsy.
Not a lot to go on. What did the footage show?
Nothing! They showed Simona walking down some corridors and entering a computer room. But it did not show what happened inside. They said the security systems only kill someone if they walk in forbidden zones.
I assume when you say the billionaires, you mean the Palisade's founders. Why do you hold them responsible?
On the day she died, Simona said she found something strange that involved her boss, Masaki Yoshiro. She wanted to tell me more, but I was upset. We'd had a fight, and I wasn't ready to listen. I told her to tell me after work, but she never came home.
Did you tell the investigators what she said?
I did! They ignored me. They said it's not related to the investigation. They said my wife was a thief. She was not a thief!
Why would Simona be inside the computer rooms? What was her job?
She was a senior engineer. She worked on the defensive systems.
So the traps that killed her, she would have known all about them?
Yes, exactly. She was working directly with Oshiro, helping him design security programs. He always gets credit for the lava wall, but much of it was her work too. So many years they worked together. Why would she steal? It makes no sense.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mr. Saradakis, but unfortunately, I have to get going.
I understand. Most people just ignore me. But you listened. I hope I changed your mind about the Palisade. It's not a wonder of the world. It is a symbol of how the rich and powerful get away with everything, including murder. Calm down,
You and I have a mutual friend, Shadow Child. She mentioned that you might be able to help me.
I heard someone might come by, but how do I know that you are that someone? You could be anybody. Did this Shadow Child person mention a name or anything?
Baba Yaga 50.
That is what I was looking for. Why, yes. I see that you have an appointment this evening. Allow me to deactivate the security gate for you. It will just take a second. So, what is your Reaper handle?
It's classified.
That is such a cool username. Classified. All right. You are good to go.
Thanks.
Good luck, Classified. Extract the data, expose the truth.
Shadow Child's code appears to have worked, Pritchard. I'm inside the blade.
Good. I was worried you might get sidetracked by some random civilian in need of a hero.
I had several enticing offers, but I turned them all down just for you.
Oh, goody. According to construction records, the servers are located at the top of the blade's funicular, in numbered chambers. We'll have to figure out which one is Santos.
A place like this must have a client registry.
If so, it would be in the CEO's office. She has an executive suite on the highest level of the atrium. I suggest you look there.
Attention all Palisade employees. This is a reminder that the newly installed bays for Tarvos security robots are currently active. We would very much like to avoid a repeat of last week's incident, so we ask that you limit your movement to areas for which you have proper security clearance. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.
Commencing diagnostics check.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
At normal capacity. Diagnostic sequence complete.
Jensen, have you found the executive suite yet?
This involves a little more than just typing on a keyboard, Francis. I'm working on it.
Well, work harder. According to my research, the suite was designed to be isolated from the rest of the atrium. I assume it's intended to provide even more privacy.
Which means an extra layer of defenses.
Exactly. So be careful. Pritchard out.
Shadow Child, that thing you wanted me to do in the Blade, it's done.
1 million thank yous. You know, Leona is the head engineer. You might find something useful on her computer. The password is trust no one. Or at least it used to be.
Thanks.
Buona fortuna, Mr. Jensen. Ciao.
Well, this is interesting, Pritchard.
What?
I found a log that says the vacuum defense system in the chamber where Simona Saradakis died might have been manually triggered.
Need I remind you that you're there to gain access to Santos' data, not play detective? I suggest you get a move on.
11482. Diagnostic sequence complete.
Hey, what's with all these boxes?
Didn't you see the updated report? The delivery guy shipping new server parts in the wrong place. Said it wasn't their job to move it off the hood. We're waiting on Palisade's maintenance crew to move them up.
All right.
Clean patrol. Unit 1105 here. I did, at the beginning of the week. Ran a full diagnostic check on the security systems outside of Talvor and Oshira's office. Confirmed, both turrets on the 6th are fully operational.
Running diagnostics check. Water temperature fluctuation is within acceptable parameters.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
World health officials are scrambling.
Pritchard, looks like the bank's founders are buying and selling a lot of shell companies and masking the transactions.
Okay. How exactly does that help us locate Santos' server chamber?
I'm not doing this just for you and your client, Francis. Something else is going on here. I want to know what it is. Besides, I already found the location. Chamber 204.
Then why are you not in it yet? Take the funicular. It's the only way up.
Pritchard, you'll be happy to know I'm on the funicular and headed to Santos' server chamber.
Good. Once you're inside, all you'll have to do is insert the passport into the server. Don't remove it until I disconnect. The system will track my location if you do.
I have to get to the chamber first, Francis. Shadow Child said there are heat sensors that can see me even when cloaked.
You know you love a challenge. We're in the bottom of the 9th, Jensen. Time to hit it home.
Running diagnostics check. Heat detection system in server chamber area is registering normal temperature fluctuations. Commencing with systems check in server chamber 204.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Running diagnostics check in sector 11759. Diagnostic sequence complete.
Access granted.
Running diagnostics check. Water temperature fluctuation is within acceptable parameters.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Running diagnostics check in sector 11482. Diagnostic sequence complete.
a bad feeling about this, Pritchard. According to an email I just found, Masaki Oshiro ordered Saradakis to run maintenance in the chamber that killed her.
Shadowchild was right then. There is a lot going on inside that bank. Finish the mission and we'll see what we can do about it.
Okay, Pritchard. The passport's plugged into Santos' server. You getting anything?
Hang on. I'm accessing the file. It's empty. I mean, the data was here, but it's been moved. Looks like to some kind of mainframe.
Is Palisade stealing Santos' files?
We need to find that mainframe. The data's being sent there through a private workstation. Masaki Oshiro's. The transfer is using micro-connection, so it must be near you. Find it, and you'll find the mainframe.
It'll probably require a higher security clearance.
I'll upgrade the passport while I'm linked to it. Just give me a second. Then you can remove it. Okay, Jensen. I'm out.
I can see the headlight. Masaki Oshiro and his life's work now worthless.
Voice recognition is ready.
Masaki Oshiro.
Voice analysis in progress. Voice recognition confirmed. Welcome, Mr. Oshiro.
Pritchard, Oshiro and Talwar have been engaging in insider trading. That's why data's being moved. I think Simona Saradakis caught on to them.
And they killed her to shut her up?
The recording I found mentioned a Stanton Dowd who might also be involved.
Get me connected to the mainframe. Maybe I can find out more when I'm inside.
Richard, what's it looking like on your end?
We were right. Santos' files are here. I'm gonna extract what I need. Shit. Jensen!
I've been spotted.
The AI core is cutting off my communications.
Richard?
Car's trapped, Jensen. I can't get to the exit. Shadowchild. She may be...
Foreign virus detected. Destroying source.
Oh, shit. Shadowchild, I've got a situation. I lost contact with Nuclear Snake and the NSN, and the Blade security system fried the passport.
What? That's bad. Very, very bad. Without the passport's signal, our friend's avatar has no way out of the NSN. They'll be able to use its signature to pinpoint his location.
Is there something I can do? There's an NSN chair here connected to the mainframe.
Really? Yes. I might be able to open a gateway for him if I hack into the Palisades network using your infolink frequency.
You can do that?
I might be the only hacker in history who can, but now is not the time for bragging. Just sit in the chair and I'll do the rest.
Shadowchild, I'm in. I don't have eyes on Nuclear Snake's avatar.
This is incredible. Mr. Jensen, the Palisades mainframe is unlike any NSN server I've seen before. Sorry. Okay. From what I can tell, you're in a partition of the mainframe server. I see traces of 2 avatars in the code. The other one must be our friend.
I see him, Shadowchild. His avatar is out of reach. Doesn't seem like I can communicate with him.
That's because the Palisades virtual defense systems are interfering with his connections. If you extract the program from the data towers in this server, it should disable the system's hold on him.
Sounds easy enough.
I took the liberty of applying a few augments to your avatar that may come in handy. In the meantime, I'll work on opening a gateway for him to use as an exit point. The mainframe's defense system is the toughest I've ever encountered. The AI core is adapting and fighting back every attempt I make to open a gateway.
Keep at it. I'm still working on extracting the data from these towers. Cause a distraction elsewhere and the AI looks away from the mainframe. Smart.
I should warn you. Nuclear Snake will not be happy about it.
He doesn't get a vote. Do it.
Okay.
Sure as hell hope that's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Well, this look is an improvement, that's for sure. If it isn't obvious by now, our covert mission is screwed. Every Ripper in the world is probably attacking the Blade servers as we speak.
Time and options were not on our side. Did you find what we were looking for?
Hopefully. I'll know after I start analyzing the files back in the real world. Let's discuss the situation when we're safely out of here.
Shadow Child, Nuclear Snake is out. Shadow Child? Damn it.
There you are, Mr. Jensen. I lost connection with you for a moment. Are you out of the NSN yet?
Yes, and so is Nuclear Snake.
Good. I've been working on an escape option for you. There is a maintenance hatch on the underside of the blade. It's a quick exit, but also a long drop to the river.
It's that or I leave the way I came in. Fight or fall, I guess.
Exactly. Get to your apartment. There are things we need to discuss. Shadow Child? you and I also need to talk. Privately.
Okay, noobs. The mainframe door is open, Mr. Jensen. I'll keep working on getting that exterior hatch unlocked.
Thanks.
Now, Shadow Child.
The exterior hatch is unlocked. Buona fortuna, Mr. Jensen.
I appreciate your help, but how are you still connected to the Blade systems?
Just be thankful that I am. And get out while you still can, my friend. We meet again, Mr. Jensen.
I see you made yourself at home.
You let yourself into my place, I let myself into yours. You know, you can tell a lot about a person by how clean they keep their home when they are not expecting visitors. I wonder what the police will think of mine.
You're sure they traced you then?
It's only a matter of time. What we accomplished tonight, punching through the Palisades' defenses. The breach is going to help us expose everyone's dirty little secrets.
The breach? You mean you didn't close the hole you made?
Why would I? Besides, it's not possible. Word of what we did is spreading through the darknet like wildfire. Rippers will be attacking the Palisade servers day and night to get at the truth. This is a good thing, Mr. Jensen. It's what we wanted.
Really? If Rippers start hacking into the personal accounts of innocent individuals, invading people's privacy, then where does that leave us?
That's a line real Rippers will never cross. We only target the people and companies who abuse the masses.
And how will you know for certain who those people are? You can't. Unless you invade their right to privacy and become like them.
Privacy stopped being a right back when everyone started using free email accounts and smartphones. Look, I could go on a 2-hour rant about this subject, but I'm going to stop there. What's done is done.
Can't argue with that. Tell me something. Now that you don't have an apartment anymore, what's next?
My partner and I are debating. We're either moving to California wine country or Argentina. One thing is for sure though, Shadow Child's time in Europe is over. And now I must go. Nuclear Snake is very upset about the breach. I think I will be mending fences with him for a long time. How do you tell someone like that they need therapy?
You don't.
Ciao, Mr. Jensen.
Ciao.
Well, it looks like you and I made it out cleanly, Jensen. The authorities haven't identified us.
Shadow Child might not be so lucky. She's leaving town.
Between you and me, I think she wanted things to trace back to her. There were other options. This was supposed to be a small investigation into Santo. Instead, thanks to her, we're responsible for the Woodstock of hacking.
She helped get you out. Regardless, you forgetting what we found out in there?
That Oshiro and Talwar murdered Simona Saradakis to keep their elaborate insider trading scheme from going public?
And that this Stanton Dowd person is blackmailing them to get access to every client's files. Did you find anything on him?
Only that there isn't much to go on. He's an old money trillionaire who's more skilled at breaking even than he is at making a profit.
There must be more, Pritchard. Oshiro seemed especially concerned about the people Dowd represents.
If you want me to, I'll keep digging. But right now, we're sitting on an open and shut case against the bank's founders.
Except we can't release the evidence ourselves because we obtained it illegally.
Precisely. So what do you think we should do about it?
What about Simona Saradakis' widower? I ran into him before I went into the Blade.
Seriously?
Still struggling to make sense of his wife's death. He had a hunch it was foul play. Let's hand the evidence off to his lawyer if he has one.
Interesting. It'll certainly wash our hands of the situation. But don't you think Saradakis and the Palisade Bank Corporation will settle out of court?
It's not about money for him. He wants to destroy Oshiro and Talwar. This will be the perfect weapon.
If you say so.
What about you and your client? Did you find anything incriminating in Santos' files?
I'm still analyzing them. So far, their plans for Rabia look legitimate. The timetable seems very aggressive, though.
It has to be. If the Human Restoration Act passes, a lot of augmented people will have no choice but to move there.
That could be good or bad. I hope it doesn't come to that, Jensen. For any of us.
Me neither. Well, as enjoyable as this little escapade of yours has been, I need to
get back to that moody loner thing you do so well. I understand completely. Besides, I have a report to file with my client. You know, Jensen, this may be the last time we ever work together. Assuming, of course, you don't get yourself half killed, saving the world again, and call on me to
Goodbye, Francis. Take care of yourself.
Criminals may have achieved the impossible in Prague earlier this week, A break-in at the most secure data archiving facility in the world. Eyewitness reports of suspicious activity outside one of the Palisade Bank Corporation's iconic Blade facilities have been fueling rumors that a break-in occurred. Meanwhile, a local lawyer claims to have new evidence proving that the bank's founders, Ashani Talwar and Masaki Oshiro, may have been behind the death of one of their employees, Simona Saradakis. If true, the husband and wife team have a lot to account for. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.